In the glow of his inspiring sermons and packed services at the City of Refuge Church, Bishop Noel Jones has become a symbol of faith and resilience for millions around the world. At 75, the Jamaican-born pastor is known not only for his powerful sermons, but also for a moving love story, a secret he has kept hidden for decades. In a rare moment, standing before his community of fans and worshipers, he opened up about the true love of his life, a woman who has accompanied him through thick and thin, whom he calls the flame that lights his path. His confession of love and announcement of his marriage to Loretta Jones after 28 years together has left the world stunned and excited. Is this the story the public has long suspected? What made a man who had been determined not to remarry decide to go public with his love at the age of 75? Enter the world of Bishop Noel Jones, where love, faith, and courage have written an inspiring new chapter. At the age of 75, Bishop Noel Jones, the senior pastor of City of Refuge Church in Gardena, California, shocked his congregation and the public by revealing a secret he had kept for nearly 3 decades. In a special church service in front of thousands of people, he shared his deep love for Loretta Jones, the woman who had been his companion for 28 years. In a warm but emotional voice, he declared that he no longer wanted to hide his feelings. He revealed that he and Loretta were officially married in June 2022, an event that marked the end of a long and challenging journey and the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. The public announcement not only confirmed long-standing public suspicions, but also unleashed a wave of emotions, from surprise to joy, among fans. The secretive nature of Bishop Noel Jones and Loretta's relationship began in the 1990s when they met at a community event in Los Angeles. Loretta, a strong and private woman, attracted him to her intelligence, compassion, and deep faith in God. In the early years, their relationship was kept private, largely because Bishop Noel was dealing with the pressures of his pastoral role and the fallout from his first marriage. He has said that he feared that going public with a new relationship would hurt his reputation in the church community, where many expect pastors to live a spotless life. So he and Loretta chose to date in secret, with clandestine meetings in small cafes or private prayer sessions at home. The decision to keep their relationship private was not always easy. Loretta, while supportive of Bishop Noel's missionary work, sometimes felt isolated because she was not publicly his companion. He has admitted that there were times when she endured doubts and criticism from those who did not understand their relationship. However, their love overcame these challenges, strengthened by their shared faith in God and commitment to each other. Bishop Noel described Loretta as a gift from God who helped him through the most difficult moments of his career, from controversies over his lifestyle to the pressures of leading a large church. The announcement of their marriage in 2022, after 28 years together, was a historic moment, not only for Bishop Noel and Loretta, but also for their community. During his church homily, he drew laughter from the audience by joking that he had considered whether to give up the shirt of liberty and put on the straitjacket of marriage. He then shared more seriously that at age 75, he realized that nothing was more important than being true to his heart. He said that he and Loretta had decided to have a marriage ceremony to declare their love before God and the community, an act he called an eternal promise. The ceremony, held at a small church in Gardena, was not lavish, but filled with emotion, with family, close friends, and several members of the church community in attendance. The public response to the announcement was enthusiastic. Social media was flooded with congratulatory messages, with many expressing admiration for Bishop Noel and Loretta's steadfastness in their love. Some longtime followers shared that they had always suspected that Loretta was the inspiration behind his emotional sermons on love and forgiveness. Others were inspired by his courage to be true to his feelings at the age of 75, despite public pressure. However, there were also mixed opinions, with some suggesting that he should have made his relationship public sooner to avoid past controversies. However, Bishop Noel stressed that the decision to go public was not in response to criticism, but rather to honor his and Loretta's love, and to inspire others to be true to their hearts. Bishop Noel and Loretta's marriage, though only recently made public, has become a symbol of perseverance and faith. He shared that he hopes their story will encourage others not to be afraid of love and commitment, regardless of age or circumstances. His announcement not only cleared up long-standing doubts, but also opened a new chapter in his life, one of honesty, love, and gratitude for the woman who has stood by him through thick and thin. Bishop Noel Jones, born on January 31, 1950, in Spanish Town, Jamaica, is not only a renowned pastor, but also a devoted husband and father, although his journey with love and family has not always been smooth. His love for Loretta Jones, his current wife, is the most remarkable story of his life, but it has also been fraught with trials and secrets that have shaped him into the man he is today. They met in the early 1990s when Bishop Noel was building his career at City of Refuge Church in Los Angeles. Loretta, an African-American woman with her own career in fashion and business, attracted him to her intelligence, compassion, and deep faith. Their relationship began as a friendship, but quickly blossomed into a deep love, despite the obstacles they faced. Before Loretta, Bishop Noel was married for 22 years to his first wife, Ruth Jones. They married in the 1970s when he was a young man and starting his missionary journey. The marriage produced 3 children, but it was also fraught with challenges. Bishop Noel has said that he let his missionary work overshadow his family life, often leaving home to attend lectures and events. This imbalance led to irreparable tensions, and they eventually divorced in the early 1990s. He described the divorce as his greatest personal failure, an experience that left him with profound questions about his faith and his responsibilities. After the divorce, Bishop Noel became more cautious about his love life. He has said that he was afraid to remarry, not only because of the pain of his failed marriage, but also because of the pressures of his role as a pastor. In the church community, especially in the Pentecostal tradition, a pastor is often expected to live an exemplary life, and being with a woman without being married can be controversial. So when he and Loretta began their relationship, they chose to keep it a secret, sharing it only with those closest to them. Their secret courtship years were marked by simple moments, like dinners at home or short trips to the Los Angeles suburbs, where they could escape the public eye. Bishop Noel's family is an important part of his life, though he rarely speaks about them publicly. He has 3 children from his first marriage, and he has always tried to maintain a close relationship with them despite the difficulties of his divorce. He also has a nephew, Paolo Gude, whom he considers an integral part of his family. Paolo, an artist and music producer, is a regular at church events and has been described by Bishop Noel as an inspiration. He has said that being a father and grandfather has taught him patience and compassion, qualities he tries to bring to his sermons. Bishop Noel's marriage to Loretta in 2022, after 28 years together, was a milestone in his life. Despite being together for nearly 3 decades, they faced challenges, from public pressure to their age difference. Loretta, at 53 at the time of their marriage, was significantly younger than Bishop Noel, which caused some controversy within the church community. However, the two overcame these prejudices, proving that their love was based on mutual respect and faith. Bishop Noel often said that Loretta was his soulmate, who not only supported his missionary work, but also helped him find balance in his life. Bishop Noel Jones has become one of the most prominent Pentecostal pastors in the world, with influence that extends not only to the religious community, but also to the media and popular culture. His career began to blossom in the 1980s when he moved to Los Angeles and took on the role of senior pastor at City of Refuge, formerly known as Greater Bethany Community Church. With his powerful preaching style, which combined passion and intimacy, he transformed the church into a spiritual center that attracted thousands of worshipers each week. Under Bishop Noel's leadership, City of Refuge grew from a small community church to one of the largest churches in the Los Angeles area, with more than 17,000 members at its peak. His sermons, which often focused on themes such as forgiveness, perseverance, and the power of faith, attracted audiences from all walks of life. He had the ability to connect with his audience through personal stories, from the struggles of family life to the challenges of missionary work. Messages like, "God always has a bigger plan," and "Don't let your past define your future," have inspired millions. In addition to his role as a pastor, Bishop Noel has become a prominent media figure thanks to his appearance on the reality show Preachers of LA in 2013. The show, while controversial, brought him closer to a global audience, allowing him to share personal aspects of his life, including his relationship with Loretta. While some have criticized the show for commercializing the faith, Bishop Noel sees it as an opportunity to spread his message to people who don't regularly attend church. He has often said that he wants to use every platform, from television to social media, to spread hope and faith. Bishop Noel's influence is not limited to the United States. He has traveled the world, from Africa to Europe, bringing his sermons to international conferences and religious events. He is also a sought-after speaker at Pentecostal conferences, where he shares his experiences of building a modern church in a changing time. Many young pastors, especially in the African American community, look to him as a mentor, learning from his leadership style and ability to connect with audiences. His generosity in mentoring new pastors has helped him build a legacy not only in the church, but also in global evangelism. Despite his great success, Bishop Noel Jones' career has not always been smooth. One of the biggest conflicts he has faced has been criticism from some members of the Pentecostal community who felt he was too open to popular culture. His appearance on Preachers of LA caused a wave of controversy, with many accusing him of turning faith into a commercial product. Some religious leaders felt that he had strayed from traditional Pentecostal values, focusing too much on celebrity rather than spiritual mission. These criticisms put him under pressure to defend his message while maintaining unity within the church. Another major event in Bishop Noel's career was his divorce from his first wife, Ruth Jones. The breakdown of their 22-year marriage was not only a personal failure, but also affected his reputation within the church community. Many believers question whether a divorced pastor could continue to lead a large church, and these criticisms led to doubts about his sincerity. He has shared that he had to pray a lot to overcome his feelings of guilt and failure, and that it was his faith that helped him get back on his feet after this incident. Bishop Noel also had conflicts with colleagues in the ministry. Some pastors in Los Angeles believe that the success of City of Refuge attracted members from smaller churches, creating an atmosphere of hidden competition. These tensions, though not widely publicized, left him facing pressure to balance growing the church and maintaining good relationships with other leaders. He often chose to remain silent in the face of these criticisms, believing that his actions would prove his worth. These conflicts and events, while leaving scars on Bishop Noel's career, also helped him grow. He learned to face criticism without letting it undermine his mission. His decision to go public with his relationship with Loretta and marry at age 75 is a testament to his resilience, as he chose to stay true to his heart despite public pressure. These challenges, combined with his enduring love for Loretta, prepared him for the next chapter in his life. Following the controversy surrounding Preachers of LA and criticism of his personal lifestyle, Bishop Noel Jones gradually reduced his international presence and focused more on the internal operations of City of Refuge. This decision, which he explained as a way to spend more time with his family and his personal mission, caused much speculation among his church and the media. Some felt that he had been treated unfairly, as if the religious community and the media had deliberately obscured his contributions because of the controversy surrounding the reality show. Whispers began to circulate that he had been excluded from international conferences by major organizations, although there was no concrete evidence. Bishop Noel's silence on these rumors only added to the public's curiosity and suspicion. Bishop Noel's post-celebrity life was not a complete retreat, but a meaningful shift. He continued to lead City of Refuge, but with a more low-key approach, focusing on local in-person services and online sermons. He began working with charities in Los Angeles, supporting programs that provide food, housing, and education to those in need. These activities, while not as publicized, reflected his shift in perspective from seeking public recognition to making a real impact in the community. He also spent more time mentoring young pastors, sharing his insights on how to build a church in the modern age. Bishop Noel also began writing more, completing books on faith, forgiveness, and overcoming adversity. These works, while not as popular as his lectures, have helped him connect with audiences seeking spiritual guidance. He has also become more open about his personal struggles, including the challenges of his relationship with Loretta before they married. This honesty has helped him regain sympathy from some audiences who feel that he is becoming more authentic. He has said that he no longer wants to hide my scars, as they are a testament to his faith journey and resilience. Despite invitations to return to the international stage, Bishop Noel seems content with his current pace of life. He has declined to attend many major conferences, choosing instead to work locally or through online platforms. The reason for this no return, according to those close to him, is his desire to protect his health and focus on his family life with Loretta. He once said that at 75, he realized that true happiness comes not from public recognition, but from simple moments with loved ones. His silence in the face of criticism and gossip, though sometimes misunderstood, is a conscious choice to focus on what he believes is important: his faith, his family, and his mission. Bishop Noel Jones grew up in a modest family in Spanish Town, Jamaica, where he faced hardship from an early age. One of 7 siblings, he was raised by parents who worked hard to provide for the family. His father, a railway worker, often worked long hours, while his mother, a homemaker, struggled to care for the children on a limited income. The Jones family lived in a poor neighborhood where basic necessities such as food and clothing were sometimes a challenge. These financial hardships left a deep mark on Bishop Noel, teaching him the value of hard work and perseverance from a very young age. Bishop Noel's childhood was not only marked by poverty, but also by psychological trauma. When he was 10 years old, his father died suddenly of a heart attack, an event that plunged the family into crisis. His mother, a strong woman of deep faith, became the backbone of the family, but the loss left Bishop Noel with a fear of abandonment. He has said that he often prayed for comfort and that his mother's faith helped him through the difficult times. The loss also caused him to mature earlier than his peers, as he began to take on the role of family support at a very young age. To overcome the difficulties of his childhood, Bishop Noel turned to the church as a refuge. He began participating in the activities of his local Pentecostal church, where he discovered a passion for music and preaching. He often sang in the choir and assisted pastors in services, jobs that helped him earn a little money to support his family. These experiences, though simple, taught him about the power of community and faith, values that he carried with him throughout his life. He also worked odd jobs, from selling newspapers to cleaning houses, to help support his family. Bishop Noel also faced identity struggles as a young man. As a Jamaican boy living in a harsh environment, he often felt out of place in the expectations of his family and society. He has shared that he had to learn to bounce back from setbacks, from being ridiculed by his peers for his poor background to being rejected from church music competitions. His childhood years, though tumultuous, shaped his resilience and strong faith, qualities that have helped him overcome greater challenges in his career and life. In recent years, Bishop Noel Jones has faced a number of health issues, largely related to his age and years of relentless work. He suffered a bout with COVID-19 in 2020, an experience he described as a wake-up call about the fragility of life. Although he made a full recovery, the illness made him think more about his health and how he spent his time. He also struggled with high blood pressure and joint pain, a byproduct of years of standing for hours at the pulpit and traveling for international events. These issues, while not serious, forced him to adjust his lifestyle and focus on rest and self-care. Challenges in his personal life, especially the controversy surrounding his relationship with Loretta before their marriage, also affected Bishop Noel's mental health. He has admitted that there were times when he felt trapped by the pressure to maintain the image of a perfect pastor, which led to moments of introspection and self-doubt. He often wondered if he had done enough to inspire others and if his legacy really made a difference. These reflections, though sometimes lonely, also helped him connect more deeply with his faith and family, especially with Loretta, who became his greatest source of comfort. The public response to Bishop Noel's absence from the international stage and the public announcement of his marriage has been a mixture of emotion and regret. Longtime followers have expressed strong support, with thousands of prayers sent to him and Loretta via social media and handwritten letters. Some have said they were inspired by his courage to go public with his love at age 75, while others have expressed regret at seeing him scale back his public activities. However, some have been indifferent, believing that his personal story should not be so widely publicized. For Bishop Noel, these reactions have not shaken him. He has stressed that he is not seeking recognition, but simply wants to live a meaningful life with his loved ones. Bishop Noel Jones's legacy, both material and spiritual, is a testament to the power of faith and perseverance. Materially, he left behind a legacy of thousands of sermons, numerous books on spirituality, and a church, the City of Refuge, which has become a symbol of growth in the Pentecostal community. He also founded a charitable foundation in Los Angeles to support education and health programs for the disadvantaged, a project he hopes to continue after he leaves public life. Spiritually, Bishop Noel's legacy lies in the way he inspired millions to live with hope and faith. His sermons, with their message of forgiveness and the ability to overcome adversity, have helped many find meaning in difficult times. He also left a legacy in his family, with his 3 children and grandson Polo Gude, raised with strong values of faith and compassion. His devoted wife, Loretta, has pledged to continue their mission, ensuring that his message continues to be heard. The story of Bishop Noel Jones and his public declaration of love to Loretta Jones at age 75 is not only the story of a famous pastor, but also the story of a man who dared to be true to his heart. From his difficult childhood days in Spanish Town, Jamaica, through his culminating years at the City of Refuge Church, to his thoughtful moments in the face of challenges in his career and personal life, Bishop Noel shows us that life is a journey filled with lessons and opportunities for growth. For Loretta, the woman who has been his companion for nearly 3 decades, this story is a reminder that true love is not just about romantic moments, but also about commitment, sacrifice, and the courage to overcome any challenge together. Bishop Noel's public declaration of love is not only a personal statement, but also a call to all of us to cherish our loved ones, to dare to be true to our feelings, and to find joy in simple things. Bishop Noel, with his deep voice and open heart, has become an example to us all, reminding us that even in the most difficult days, love and faith can lead us to new horizons. What can we learn from Bishop Noel's story? It is the power of honesty, the courage to face our weaknesses, and the importance of cherishing the people we love. Wherever you are in your journey, in the spotlight, or in the quiet moments, remember that you are never alone. As Bishop Noel once said in a sermon, God will never leave you, even when you walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Let his story inspire you to love deeply, live authentically, and leave a lasting legacy. And when you look back, smile, because Bishop Noel Jones's story is a reminder that love, at any age, is the most beautiful thing in life. Most beautiful thing in life. Most beautiful thing in life.